Okay, what do you do with all that zucchini in your garden? Today I'm going to show you what I do with it, and I add a secret ingredient, which I'm going to tell you right now so it won't be a secret anymore. Sweet potatoes. So you're using up that zucchini, which is healthy in its own, and you're kind of giving it a little bit of a left curve with, which might be considered kind of a winter vegetable, which is sweet potatoes. Ready? Here we go. So we need to grate up our zucchini and our sweet potato, and we can either use a food processor with the grater disc. Use the biggest holes on the disc you've got for your food processor, or you can use a box grater. I mean, it's all about use what you got. Sometimes these things mash stuff into a pulp, and sometimes the box grater works better, and it's some exercise. By the way, I'm in the middle of building this kitchen island with butcher block and pine shiplap on the bottom with a dishwasher in it and a cabinet. There are links in the show notes for some of the kitchen islands I've built as well. All right? You're going to want to use equal parts zucchini and potato, I think. And what I like to do, I'm trying to get the longest strands possible when I grate. So I'm just going to go as long as I can, like that. See, they're kind of long instead of going on the end like that, and you get really short ones. So this might be nuts, but it's Eric, you know. Same thing with our sweet potato. Long, I'm going along the long part to get, well, you get the idea here. It's long. Am I saying long too many times? All right, nice. A little bit more sweet potato than zucchini, so we'll beef that up. You know what I mean, like that. So the trick here is this stuff is full of water, especially the zucchini. A little less with the potato, but you don't want a soggy fritter, which is what we're going to make. It's like a zucchini pancake kind of thing. So the trick here is something I learned from Kenji at Serious Eats, and that is to salt your stuff and then put it in a salad spinner and let it sit and drip. And we have to let it sit and drip because I've got a key ingredient. I was shopping, forgot eggs. All right, I'd say a teaspoon, 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Mix that together. And then slide this into the salad spinner and let it sit for like 10 minutes while you go get your eggs. All right, ready to go on a little trip for some eggs? Guess I forgot the first time. All right, this isn't, I thought there'd be a lot of liquid at the bottom of this, and there really isn't. So I'm going to take this, and I basically just want to squeeze it. Oh yeah, there you go. That takes a lot of the water out. Don't worry about putting in too much salt. A lot of the salt comes out with the liquid. All right, that's quite a bit of liquid. All right, special ingredients, because everything's special. I just thought, I had some cheddar cheese, so I was like, let's grate it up and throw it in there. Curry powder or cumin and coriander. I couldn't find my curry powder. I wasn't about to go out and get another trip because I got the eggs. 2 eggs for about that much, well, that kind of lump. So this all together, here we go. Cumin and coriander. I'll put the recipe in the show notes below here. Cheese, maybe not all the cheese, I don't know. Put in as much cheese as you want. Yeah, you're going to use a little bit of oil, but that's okay, all right? I always like to test this. Yeah, that's ready. You wanna go outside? What's outside, Charlie? What's out there? I'm staining some wood to finish the kitchen island. Well, this one wants me to throw the ball. You might have to adjust the heat a little bit. You just want them to nicely bubble. If you noticed, but Eric uses cast iron, and I also have a couple of videos about how to restore cast iron and how to season it so it works great for you. And whether you can use soap on cast iron. Controversial subject. Those videos are in the show notes below. Alright? Okay, I can't find my pancake flipper, so we're just gonna flip them with this special tool. Cheese makes them stick a little bit. Alright, that one wasn't perfect, but what do we say in GardenFork? Done is better than perfect. Nice. That one turned nicely. Do I get credit for that? Yeah, the cheese is making them stick. Maybe less cheese. Who's excited about this, huh? Nice. Okay, that one's not perfect, but I'll eat it anyway. Alright, I can tell you now, these are a little overcooked and maybe not as much cheese, or maybe no cheese. I think the cheese burned a bit. But the interior, well, you can't really see that. Can you see that? That looks pretty good. Clean Plate Club? Yes. Was that the best zucchini recipe ever? No. It was just like burnt and kind of gritty and salty, and it just didn't work. And I didn't want to make a video that said, this is the greatest thing in the world, because that's not what I'm about. I embrace failure because I learn from it, and I want you guys to help me learn what can we do to improve the zucchini fritter recipe. I bet you've got one or have some ideas. Let me know in the comments below there. Or do you have a friend who's a zucchini expert? Maybe you could share this video with your friends and ask them what they think, and they could come and tell me. So more of this kind of thing. I put out videos like this every week if this is your first time. It's an eclectic DIY show of gardening, cooking, home improvement, cast iron repair, restoration. I'm big on that. Again, the links for all that is in the show notes below here. But let me know your comments about how to improve and make zucchini that tastes great, because all of us have a ton of this stuff in the summer. All right? I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.